A gun rights hearing on Capitol Hill turned fiery on Thursday as parents of a Parkland school shooting victim spoke out against lawmakers. Watch this. After that exchange, both Manuel and Patricia Oliver were escorted out of the hearing. Manuel was arrested, and here is that moment.
You can touch her to make her. You can touch her. All right.
He's fine.
I'm okay.
We are in the right side. We are in the wrong side. We are using our First Amendment.
Joining me now is Patricia Oliver, whose husband Manuel was seen in that video getting arrested, and whose son Joaquin was a Parkland school shooting victim. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us on this. We appreciate it. What to you? Yes, of course. What to you was so egregious about what was happening in that hearing? What stood out to you that you just couldn't believe?
Well, the hearing, the way it was conducted by the chairman, was really unfair in the sense that, you know, everybody has to have their own time to express their comments about their views about the ATF office and the Second Amendment. That was the hearing about. So they were continuing to interrupting the Democrats when they were, you know, exposing their points, and they just freedom of the Republican Party to say it in a unlimited time. Then we saw the witnesses. There were 4 witnesses, 3 from their side and 1 from the Democrat side. So the way they were conducting the hearing was really unfair and full of lies. It was a moment that the chairman, Representative Fallon, was talking about guns and the problem that we have with Mexico, the border and the guns. And that was the point when I stand up, I couldn't, that was a trigger for me. And that's that if he was going to say also that the guns that are going to Mexico are coming from the U.S. The trafficking of gun weapons in any kind of size and magazines and weapons of war, every kind that you can imagine, they are trafficking are coming from the U.S. So when I couldn't contain myself, and I just stand up and said, why you don't say where the guns are coming from? And immediately right after, he said to the security guy, please take this woman out of the room. Wow. He didn't give me a warning. He didn't say anything more than that. And I think that if you have a hearing, and that was my first hearing, you should be directing to the audience what are the rules. So,
Patricia, you brought up Congressman Pat Fallon of Texas, and I do want to play a little bit of what he had to say in comparing you and your husband, who lost your son in a school shooting, to January 6th insurrectionists.
Is this an insurrection? So will they be held to the same, I don't want another January 6th, do we?
Yeah, if they're trying to overthrow the government, they ought to be held to the same standard, but I think they're trying to express their views.
Whoa. Does the Capitol Police not do their jobs? What the hell's going on?
Patricia, hearing that sound, what does that do to you?
Ironic and sarcastic. And how come he was very sarcastic about a very bad situation that we have in the country on January 6th. And we're still are going on hearings about that day. And people is getting to jail because of that day and their behavior. So you can tell that the Representative Fallon is not following the rules or is not capable to do his role. Because a serious person representing his position as representative, as we, the people, is not doing their job and he's sending the wrong message. How come you want to be comparing that with the insurrection? What are you talking about? We are parents of a kid that we lost to mass shooting, a mass shooting that shot Joaquin 4 times, that individual. And people like Mr. Fallon defend.
I want to leave folks with a tweet from your husband, which is this: for Patricia and me, getting arrested is totally irrelevant. What really offends us is the fact that Chairman Fallon allowed lie after lie in order to protect the gun industry's ambitious strategy. Our son Joaquin still has a voice, and he will use it whenever it is needed. Patricia Oliver, I can't say this enough. I'm so sorry for the loss of your son, and I wish you the best, and I thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.